Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we're going to start by giving all praises, honor, glory unto
Yahweh Bahashim.
Yahweh Shai, Bashim, Rakakadash. Hey, you got the water? No?
Yeah, I get you. I'll go get something right quick. Go ahead.
But yeah, I'm Taziar Gabar from ProphetsInBabylonWtx. This brother Atayak Napash. Double honors to the elders and apostles who made millstone. And peace, salutation on down to the hopeful elect. Scattered abroad, pushing out this truth throughout the four corners of the earth. Alright. Coming out here again. You know, today is Thanksgiving. Or we like to call Thanksgiving, which we know that goes back into the origins of the tribe of Gad and Reuben, the Native and Seminole Indians. You know, the slaughter of the Native Americans, the Seminole Indians. All right, primarily Gad. All right, so this devil, this man that we under the captivity and rulership of, which we know is Esau Edom, you know, he has all these pagan holidays set up that our people still to this day celebrate. You know, we just came off of Halloween, which that goes back to you know, all the sacrifices and blood drinking these elites be doing. Then you got Thanksgiving, the slaughter of the Native Indians, and then Christmas, which the Lord was not born around this time. He was born in the spring during Passover. So Christmas is pagan also. But we are in the month of November, the day of Thanksgiving. Alright. Trying to get the book of Job 9 and 24. Alright, it's the book of Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. The wicked. Alright? The Bible has labeled this nation of people as the wicked. You know? And you see by the works of this nation, starting with their ruling class. You know, the elites. Alright? He covered the faces of the judges thereof. And that goes into, you know, what he did to our Lord, Yahweh Shai. His true depiction, he says he looks like this. You know? Which we know that the Lord does not look like that. You know, he changed the depiction of the Lord. He even did it with King James. You know? They got that label on King James like he was a sodomite, which he wasn't. All the men of the Bible who changed the faces of, you know, during that Renaissance period, when this man came into power. If not where and who is he? Who else did this? You know, these other nations didn't say the Lord is a so-called white man. You know, they got their own gods that they worship. Only this devil, which is Esau, you know, the Edomites, the nation You know, these so-called white people. All right, so this is the works. This is just a few of his works. Matter of fact, because this is right here the all-time great. But look what he did to the Lord's people. All right, I'm gonna get. Genesis 49, verse 19. Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last. So we know Gad got overcame by the U.S. cavalry. All right. Matter of fact, you know, cause when the Northern Kingdom came over here after they fled that Syrian captivity, the Lord blessed Gad with a large portion of North America. All right. You get Deuteronomy 33 and 20 and hold it. All right. So the Lord blessed this tribe with a large portion of North America. So, you know, after the Northern Kingdom, which is the Latinos and Native Americans, after they fled the Syrian captivity, they, the Lord held back, you know, the ocean so they could travel, which they came over here by ships, you know. They came, the turtle boats, you know, they was on ships, and the Lord held back, like it says in 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, you know, and they came to Ozareth, a man that no man dwelt, you know, South America, and then they migrated up South America to Mexico, you know, the Caribbean islands, all the way up to North America and Canada. And the Lord blessed this tribe, Gad, with a large portion. And you can get that.
Deuteronomy 33:20. And of Gad he said, blessed be he that enlargeth Gad.
All right, bless ye that enlargeth Gad. You know, and this brother here at Gad, you watch them cowboy movies. You know, Gad, when they came over here, you know, which we know Ephraim led the Northern Kingdom over here because that's the head tribe. But when they came over here, you know, God, they broke into different tribes within themselves, and they, you know, they started. What is it called? They started dwelling. You
Okay.
know? And then you had Issachar over here too. But the thing is, you know, it started going off because what they did when they came here, they broke into these different tribes within themselves. That's why you got what?
The Cherokee,
Yeah, Lakota, Navajo, Blackfoot,
Arapaho, Creek,
Cherokee.
yeah, Cherokee, Seminole.
Yeah, that's Reuben.
Well, that's
Seminole.
Reuben though. That's not bad. That's Reuben.
And we'll get into Reuben too. You know, they broke into these different tribes, and what they were doing, they was killing each other, fighting over portions of the land. And you think about it, who was doing that right now? Judah.
Judah.
Don't Judah do that?
Yeah, yeah,
Flaming
with
blocks?
the gangs.
Gangs.
Yeah.
So that's a curse in itself, which proves that these people are what? Israelites.
Yes. Yes.
You know, thy eyes shall be evil toward thy brother.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Judah doing the same thing.
Good point.
Except they don't even own the shit. At least Gad
Yeah.
owned it. At least
Yeah.
Gad was actually fighting over land that they was actually
Yeah.
inhabited. You know, but you know, Judah doing the same thing over street blocks.
Yeah. Exactly.
Issachar doing the same thing. You know, which proves in itself that these people are Jake, because that's a curse right there in Deuteronomy. All right, I having an evil eye toward thy brother.
Yep.
And this Navajo Gadite woman, she came out and told that she knew that she goes back to that the Native Americans go back to the Hebrew Israelites. You know, that was their true nationality. You know, and she went into how they came over here on turtle boats, which it's basically like a boat. It's shaped like a turtle.
Okay.
It got like 4 paddles. Well, I'll look that up. Is in position.
Yeah, so it's showing up right there.
And they came over here on you know, ships like this, showing you people, you black only Israelites, when they fled the Assyrian captivity. All right. I'll get that in Deuteronomy 28:68. Yeah, hold that Deuteronomy 33 and get that 28:68.
Okay, you want me to do it now?
Yeah.
Read it now. Okay, Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
All right, the Lord brought us into Egypt. That word Egypt is the house of bondage, captivity, not ancient Egypt. You know, and it says again. So the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again, saying we were going to be brought back into captivity again if we continue, if we go off. You know, with ships. Didn't Judah? Obviously, Judah came over here. The southern kingdom came over here on ships. But the thing is, the northern kingdom was already over here. How did they get over here? Did they teleport? No, they came by way of ships. All right. Hold that. All right, I'm gonna get 2nd Ezra 13:40.
Wow.
These are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanaser the king of Assyria led away captive. So the northern kingdom representing the 10 tribes. This is when they fled the Assyrian captivity, you know, that they were under. And he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. All right, so over the waters. This is when the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom was split. You know, we wasn't together at this point, you know. But they took this counsel among themselves, that they will leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt. So obviously the east was populated, so the only portion of land that wasn't dwelt at that time was the Americas, that they might there keep their statues, and they never kept it, which they never kept in their own land. So they came over here, you know, keeping the law, statutes, commandments, you know, but they eventually went off. And they entered into the Euphrates river by the narrow, and they entered into the Euphrates by the narrow places of the river. For the Most High then showed signs for them, and held still the flood till they were passed over. So the Lord held still, the waters so they could pass through, For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half. So do it take a year and a half to get to Israel, to Egypt? No, it don't, because it's so close to each other. It took a year and a half to get from whatever was at in the east all the way until they hit the Americas, which was South America, and then they migrated up. And the same region is called Azareth, which Azareth is going into America. All right. You can get that Deuteronomy 28 again.
Okay. Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
All right. So they came over here. Going back to that woman, she was going into how she knew that our people, that the Native Americans were of the tribes of Israel, and they came over here on turtle boats, basically ships. So that's fulfilling the prophecy right there.
Mm-hmm.
And they came over here fleeing captivity, All right, and then she went into, all right, go ahead.
By the way of whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondsmen and bondswomen, and no man shall buy you.
Wasn't Gad was catching hell from this devil way before Judah, the southern kingdom, came over here.
Mm-hmm.
As you see, those cowboy Indian movies, and Esau made a mockery out of Gad too, just like Judah.
Mm-hmm. And if you want to go back even further, you got Christopher Columbus. He
read the book of Second Esdras, and that's how he knew.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing about it, how crafty he was, he knew that the Hebrews were over here. He brought Hebrew translators over here. So when he came over here, so it's really, it's so crazy. We've been taught all these years growing up that Christopher Columbus discovered America, when in all actuality, how could he have discovered it when Gad was already over here? It makes no sense.
And they put that in that movie 1492. Christopher Columbus, he was asked, how did you know that these people was over here? How did you know about this land? And he said he read the book of Esdras, Second Esdras, and you got these Edomites, they had the nerve to say, if you don't like it, they say this to Judah a lot, if you don't like it, go back to Africa. They weren't even the first ones over here,
Yeah,
they won't dare say that to Gad, because they know they ass gonna get cut up.
Yeah.
Judah, they actually think that they are, Hamites, so they don't have that knowledge.
Yeah, and to prove that, I remember back in the 90s, you had a lot of guys walking around here with that it wasn't a chain, but it was kind of like a little rope with the and it was a circle with Africa on there, It was like red, black, and green or something like that. The symbol of Africa.
Which our people, you got a lot of Israelites in Africa, especially the West.
True.
And mingled up, in Sudan,
Yeah.
Well, basically Mizraim, that's who they are, the ancient Philistines,
Yeah.
Our people are in Africa, West Africa, heavily populated by Jake. Judah, Benjamin, Levi.
Exactly.
Mostly Judah, you know.
I mean, the tribe is scattered all over the world. You know, that's what it said in Deuteronomy 28. You know that we you know, because we have intermingled with a lot of different nations.
All right, but you know, yeah. So Esau didn't discover nothing. You know, again, they was already over here.
Exactly.
Reuben, Issachar was in Texas. This is Issachar land.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Mexico to Texas, all the way up until the west part of America, up until Washington. You know?
Yeah. I mean, what do you think about? You know, we live in Texas, so we both know about the Alamo, and we have some knowledge of the Alamo. That's what they were fighting over, land. You know.
You know. But yeah, you know, God, what they did when they was over here, they broke up to these different tribes and they was killing each other over land, you know. And you know, you had Gad and Issachar, they was bumping heads. Like you got the Geronimo, he killed thousands and thousands of Issacharites, you know. So the Lord sent judgment, you know. That's when he brought Esau over here, you know. You know, that's when he brought this devil, Christopher Colon, over here. Alright? And it was really time for our people to, you know, it was time for these devils to be on top at that point.
Yeah.
Alright? What they say, you know, Esau used as that whipping stick.
Yeah.
Go back to that 33.
33:20. Okay. Deuteronomy.
Genesis 49 and 19.
Oh, go ahead.
Again. God, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last. So the U.S. cavalry overcame Gad. You know, you see all the things, and there's accounts of an Indian slave trade. It's not just the transatlantic slave trade. You got Indian slave trade. You know, our people, Jake, like to fight against that, say Native Americans had slaves and all that. You know, our people was rightfully divided against each other.
Exactly.
You know, shit. What about the dang the coons within the tribe of Judah? Like you see in that movie Django. What's his name?
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, what about them? He was against Judah, you know? And that's just an example. That's a movie, but that was real life. That's where you get that term, what Jake say, Uncle Tom.
Yeah,
but it was really Sambo.
Yeah, exactly.
Uncle Tom was the good guy. You know, Sambo, you know? And you see that today. Look at Charleston White walking around with a Confederate flag on, saying all niggas need to go back to slavery. You know, that's just as bad.
Yeah, it is, man. You know, I think it made me think about that character. My son used to watch Boondocks.
Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah, same thing. And you know, you think about it, even those who have joined under that Masonic, you know, connection, they're also sellouts, you know, because they promote a lot of negativity amongst the tribes, you know.
All right. So you know about the accounts. And it was bad, the Trail of Tears.
Oh yeah. Trail of Tears.
You know? And that's why God, as a tribe, they are so messed up now. They got them pushed off on reservations, you know?
Yeah.
Messing with their pipeline. the waters. You know, you got missing, murdered indigenous women. You know, these Gaday women get snatched up, raped, and killed. A lot of them are heavy into over drinking, alcoholics. All that's from the depression, that oppression that was brought upon them from this man.
Yeah.
You know. So from then all the way until now, God has been catching hell from this devil.
Yeah.
You know, and the origins of Thanksgiving is from the slaughter of the Native American Indians.
Yeah.
You know.
That's why it's so, you know, it's so crazy to me, you know, when you see, you know, Jake out here, you know, doing something for this day. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it really is, man. It just don't make no sense. You can tell them, and a lot of times you can tell them the truth, like you was just saying just now, and they're still gonna go out here and still, you know, celebrate the holiday. You know, that particular, you know, pagan holiday, man. So it just, you know, it just shows you how, you know, how often, how Scottish our people are, you know, the 2/3 are. And that's one of the reasons why they have to be destroyed, man.
You know. You know, you got the headdress representing the Native American, the dressing representing the guts, then the blood, the cranberry sauce. You know,
Wow.
It has meaning behind that, which is why you got the turkey and then the dressing and the cranberry sauce that's going into the blood.
No wonder I ain't never liked cranberry sauce. No wonder I ain't never liked cranberry sauce.
You know, and there's a picture of these Edomites standing on top of damn near a 10-foot tall skulls full of bison, of them trying to starve out the tribe of Gad.
Yeah, they you know, they always have something on them killing off all the buffaloes, man. You know, bison, sloppy. Yeah, man, it's you know, this shows you how evil this man is, man.
All right, and not only starving them out, but it's getting rid of their clothing, because they would use the bison as clothing, the fur.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but you can get that in that Deuteronomy 33.
Deuteronomy 33:20. And of Gad he said, blessed be he that enlargeth Gad. He dwelleth as a lion, and teareth the arm with the crown of the head.
All right. He dwells as a lion and teareth off the arm of the crown of the head. You know, so ultimately, you know, Gad was a warrior tribe, and they was actually getting the better of Esau at one point. You know, they had that guerrilla warfare.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. This is one of my favorite scriptures right here. 1 Chronicles 12:8, and of the Gadites there separated themselves unto David into the wilderness men of might and men of war fit for battle. You know, you look at Gad now, a lot of them are in shape. That's what I noticed. A lot of them, they are heavily into going to the gym, and they can run fast as hell. They really light and swift on their feet. I know you see in the movies they will play games with Esau. They'll hide. They'll have that camouflage, that guerrilla warfare, and they'll run behind Esau, tap him on the shoulder, hide. You know, they just play mind games with Esau before they kill him and scalp him. You know, and I read a book. What was that book? The Indian slave trade. You know, it went into how God would run as fast as a horse. They would run faster than a horse. So they would literally get chased by Esau on horses and outrun their ass.
Wow.
On barefoot. So that's one of the tribes that's real, you see it today, they real light, swift on their feet. You know, like, what's that guy named? The basketball player, Kyrie Irving.
Okay, yeah.
You know, James Brown.
yeah. You're right.
Yo, all the damn movement he be doing on his feet.
Yeah.
Do the splits, get back up.
Yeah.
You know, James Brown was a Gadite. Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I mean, you got him. Who else can you throw? Yeah.
I heard Steph Curry too.
Steph
Curry.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, that's really something to marvel at, man. But that's just Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shai, blessing them with that ability to be able to do those things, man. Wow. Never really took that in consideration, but yeah, that's heavy, man.
You know how fast a horse is, man?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That horse, the guy was out running. That's when the tribes were freaking healthy.
Yeah.
That's before all the pollution of overdoing alcohol and drugs and GMOs.
Yeah.
You know, guys, they were straight, from the earth.
Yeah.
That's
and then they hunted for their food anyway, so
yeah, bison.
There wasn't no GMO foods back then, so they had heavy endurance. They were also known for their endurance,
Issachar also got the endurance.
Yeah.
That's another tribe that got endurance. Issachar. That's how they able to work at these hard laboring ass jobs.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly.
Doing all this shit. Endurance.
Both in agreement that car ain't supposed to run like that.
And guess what we just heard? A siren. Every time. It never fails.
Yeah, I hear it right now.
Barely went down the street. Making it sound like a damn motorcycle. But yeah, bro, God, they would outrun horses while they being chased.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Like you said, they hunted for their food.
Yeah.
So they were fit. And this is them when they was on the forefronts of war. Scripture speaks about it. So 1 Chronicles 12:8. And of the Gadites there separated themselves unto David into the wilderness, men of might and men of war, fit for the battle, that could handle shield and buckler, whose faces were as the faces of lions. And you see the face of a lion, you see the face of a Gadite, now it resembles very well much. Gad had a warrior how a lion looked.
Yeah.
The Gad had them high cheekbones.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have beard. I don't know why Gad can't grow a beard, but you blessed to have a beard.
Yeah.
But like you could very well see. Let's see. Going into that guerrilla warfare, This is a comparison.
Wow. Very similar, bro. Very similar.
Warrior tribe, you know?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it says, whose faces were like the faces of lions, and were as swift as the roes upon the mountains. Swift, quick, fast. You know how they was tagging Esau with the bow and arrows?
Mm-hmm. And you know, I forgot how many arrows they could get off at one time, man. It's amazing how fast they could get those they could work those bows and arrows, man.
Boy, they could do a lot, you know. Swift as the roes of a mountain. All right. So that's when this coward, you know, Esau had, the Lord blessed him with the sword. As you can get Genesis 26 and 40. Genesis 26 and 40.
No, there's no Genesis 26
like
and 40.
27 and 40.
Okay. Genesis 27 and 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live.
So this is going into Esau's blessing. And by thy sword thou shalt live. So his sword, he was able to conquer the tribes of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
All right. As it say in Genesis 49, Gad, a troop shall overcome him. And that's what Jacob was telling his son Gad of the future, you know. And that troop was going into, you know, Esau Edom, the U.S. Cavalry. They overcame the tribe, you know. And ultimately, that's where this holiday come from. The slaughter of the Native American Indians. All right. And then, you know, you got Reuben, which Reuben was never actually conquered by this devil. They had to get persuaded over by, I'll say, like, being deceived. But they was never, like, physically, Esau couldn't physically get Reuben.
No.
You know, because Reuben was more wise than Gad. Gad was more open arms. Gad took him in.
Yeah.
Because Gad is that more laid back, I want to say a nicer version of Reuben. You know, Reuben is more outgoing and basically kind of like Judah. More aggressive tribe. You know, so they couldn't fully. Reuben has a rebellious spirit. That's the right way to put it. You look at guys like Kyrie Irving, you know, he constantly speaking out on being an Israelite. And obviously Esau don't like it. You know, Ice Cube.
Yep.
Like you could go into how Elder Pastor Hart was talking about that.
Yeah. Yeah, he was, you know, basically Reuben is more of an outspoken type, you know, and he has no regard for what he says, you know. A lot of times he kind of says what he's gonna say and he let the chips fall where they may, you know. So, and like I say, the good example is Ice Cube. You know, he has that spirit on him where he say things that maybe are not too popular with America. And a lot of times what he's saying is true. There's some truth to what he's saying. I can't say everything he's saying is truthful, but a lot of times there is a lot of truth to what he's saying. So, you know, Reuben is more outspoken, you know.
Look at Elder Apostle Kai.
Oh yes, he's a perfect example of it.
Elder Apostle
Yeah,
Kai.
he's perfect example of it. He's you know, very outspoken. You know, in a righteous way. Now we'll say it in a righteous way. We won't just say he just, you know, but yeah, he's outspoken in a righteous way. You know, very engaging type of brother. You know, type of brother that very aggressive.
In a righteous way.
Yeah, in a righteous way. You know, a brother that you really like to embrace. You know what I'm saying, and get to know. You know, personally, and we both have had that conversation about Elder Apostle Ricard. You know. So when we personally would love to meet that brother because his spirit, you know, he's got a very valiant spirit on him, you know, and you can tell he really loves his brothers, man, you know.
I remember seeing the old video, it had to be about probably 2009 or 10, 11, 12, something like that. This Edomite got too close to him.
Okay.
He was talking. And this Edomite got too close to him. Hold on, let's just party.
Yeah, let's just.
This Edomite got too close to him. He was standing like this talking, and this Edomite was right here. He was like, back up. He told his ass to back up. Oh boy, and he was finna knock his ass out.
Yeah, he's you know, like I say, he's a very valiant brother, a brother that you would love to meet. You know what I'm saying, and get to know. That you know.
You know, he ain't that far from us. He's like in Dallas. I think he's in Houston now, but like.
Well, no, you know what? It's funny you brought that up because. I listened to a video today, and he's back. I think he got back either yesterday or the day before yesterday.
In Dallas?
Yeah, he's back in Dallas now. So so the blood brother is back, and here's the thing about it. Ephraim is on his way down. Elder Apostle Ramlov, he's on his way down to Texas.
Ooh.
Yeah, so he's gonna go down and he's gonna be with the Dallas camp. So he might already be down here already, because you know he's been up in Indianapolis for quite a while or what have you. So he'll be going down. He's on his way down. Him and two more other brothers. They're headed down to Texas. So I'm sure those brothers will be out. I think they go out on Friday nights. Well, they got two different camps. I think one goes out on Friday night and one goes out on Saturday. So you know, just have to see. And I'm sure the brother will put up a video, you know. But yeah, man, you know, it's beautiful though, man. You know, those, you know. But that just kind of describes the body, you know. Every brother is, you know, has a different personality. But the beautiful thing about it, you know, they all speak the same language, you know. They all speak as one. So, and it's truth and knowledge, man. So that's the beautiful part about it. But that's what makes up this body, you know, that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has formed.
All right. also, you know, God, they would make blood covenants. You know, they would cut their hand or their arm and you know, shake on it. They would do. You know, they had like how many peace treaties this man broke? Like 500.
Wow.
God made all these peace treaties, you know, and this devil then crossed them and broke every last one of them. And Genesis 33:20, where it says, "And teareth the arm with the crown of the head," I believe it's going into those blood covenants they would make. They would, you know, cut their hand and shake on it.
Yeah.
So those treaties, and you know, that this tribe made with this man, you know, that was a very serious thing, you know, for Esau to cross him like that.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get trust not thy enemy. You got it?
I'm looking it up right now.
Sirach 12:10. Get Sirach 12:10 and read all the way to like 13.
Okay, you say Sirach what now?
Sirach 12:10.
Okay. Sirach 12:10. Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
So, you know, they came over all humble, speaking nice, Hebrew interpreters, you know, and our people being compassionate, they took them in, you know. The scripture says, never trust thy enemy. They saw Esau as like, basically like a god or whatever, and they learned the hard way.
Yeah.
You'll see in the movies, they'll get guys drunk and have them acting all crazy. Go ahead.
Verse 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed.
Though he humble himself and go crash and take good heed of his man, know who he is. Go ahead.
Yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass. And thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away.
So, if you're trying to be friends with a Edomite, so-called white man, you know, he's going to cross you some point, you know.
Never
fails. Humble
fails.
himself and be all nice, you know. That rust haven't gone away. Though it looked like it's wiped away, it hasn't gone away. You know, because rust never goes away. You know, go ahead.
Verse 12. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he'll stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand.
Neither let him sit at thy right hand. So don't have Edomite as your right hand man, or, you know, best friend, as you saw with what happened with our people, you know. And now look at them, you know. whole time Cristobal Colon was contemplating on how he can overthrow these people. He wrote in one of his letters how God was all, what was that, the Tahinos? That was Ephraim, matter of fact. But, you know, he conquered Ephraim too. You know, he wrote how the Taino Indians was all built and nice, very good people, and how they would make great slaves. Though he humbled himself the whole time, he thinking about how he gonna overthrow you.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the first, thou at the last, remember my words, and be pricked therewith. Verse 13. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent?
So a man playing with snakes, who's gonna pity when he get bit? Because, you know, snakes, you can have a pet snake for a whole decade, that snake gonna bite you.
Mm-hmm.
Damn near every time you pick it up, it's gonna always bite you. Because it's in its nature to bite. It's in these devils' nature to, you know, be the devil, be wicked, be our enemy, overthrow us, you know. We were created to be enemies. Like it's saying Esau and Jacob, you know, they were in the womb fighting.
Yeah.
Esau came out and Jacob handheld the hill. You know, they was in the womb fighting. That's why Rebecca was, you know, going through all them pains, kicks and all.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they was getting down in the womb. All right, go ahead.
Or any such as come nigh wild beasts. Verse 14. So one that goeth to a sinner.
All right, that's it.
Okay.
Get that. Learn not the way of the heathen, and we're gonna close out on that. And
Okay.
I'll get
Jeremiah 10 and 2. Okay. Jeremiah 10 and 2.
Wait.
Oh, okay.
You gonna close out?
Okay.
All right, this is Psalms 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. You know, Esau can talk all day and make it sound flattery. Whole time he deceiving you. Whole time he thinking about blood, kill, rape, rob, murder. You know, this man would literally ravish, you already know, the man, woman, and children.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he thinking about bloodshed. Whole time he's speaking smooth words to you. But war was in his heart. In his mind, he was thinking about how to overthrow you and come into power.
Mm-hmm.
His words were softer than oil. Yet were they drawn swords. And Esau's blessed with what? The sword.
The sword.
You know? Go ahead with the...
Jeremiah 10 and 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
Read it back.
Jeremiah 10 and 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
So, learn not the way of the heathen. You know, our people are falling out to this man pagan holidays. You know?
Mm-hmm.
That's going back into the slaughter of the native Indians. You know, who is our people?
Yep.
Jay don't give a damn. They just want to eat.
Yeah. You know, that's the thing about Jake. They always looking for a good time, man.
And I'll say this, brothers, you know, if you with a family and they cook, it's not going off if you eat the food.
No, it's not.
What's going
It's not.
off is you got your spirit behind this holiday. You actually taking hold and celebrating it. If you just eating a plate, you know, That's food, you know.
Yeah,
Man
yeah.
gotta eat, you know.
What do you
Don't
you know?
be over righteous.
Hey, bro. I'm glad you brought that up, man, because the beloved brother from South Carolina, Elder Montezakbach, he brought that out. I think about 2 years ago, he was talking about that because he was saying that him and his wife were going down to see his family, and this is like one of the few times in the year that he gets to go see them. And he said he go there and he get plates. He's like, shit, yeah, I'm gonna go get a plate. I mean, it's free, and you know what I'm saying. I mean, so it's nothing wrong with that. Hell, even Elder Apostle Ricard was saying earlier when I was looking at a video. He said that the some of the brothers, they had turkey, and one of the places where they meet at, where the brothers stay, they pitched in, all of them pitched in, and they did a turkey. So turkey is seasonal, especially at this time of the year anyway. So those brothers that smoked some turkey, and brothers was able to make sandwiches or what have you. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing wrong with the food. It's the the celebrating of that holiday, giving it glory. That's where it's going. That's where you're going off at.
The food ain't going off. It's
No.
the holiday.
Yeah.
You, like, for example, going to a party, Thanksgiving party. You wearing Thanksgiving t-shirts and colors or whatever.
Yeah. There you go.
Wearing the damn turkey hat. Like, they have our kids, they do that little thing where they try their hand, then put the little face on it.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff. Which, like, if they in school, you probably can't really do nothing about that, but, like, I'm talking about celebrating,
Yeah.
Like,
Well, your mind and your heart is into that holiday, not the food, man.
Like Christmas, for example. You eating on Christmas, that's not going on. But you putting a tree in your house, which I'm unfortunate because I'm with my parents.
That's a different story.
I can't do nothing about that.
Yeah, and you got a lot of other brothers in that. Right? Yeah, and you got a lot of other brothers in that same situation too. So, everybody's got a different path, that the Lord put them on. At the end of the day, your heart is not into what your family is doing, and that's what counts, bro. It's not going off, man.
I'm disconnected.
There you go. That's all you can do is disconnect. Mind wise, you're not thinking on that.
So
you gotta eat. So
and every damn thing closed.
Yeah.
So unless you want to go on a fast.
Yeah.
And Jake, they gonna have that food about the next 3 days, 2-3 days.
Yeah, they gonna eat on it till the next week.
Or if you really don't want to eat on this day, you can just eat it the next day.
Yeah, you could go on a fast, but at the end of the day, I mean, it's not going off to eat. Where it's going off at is where you
got your mind behind it.
Yeah.
The spirit.
You're in that spirit of celebrating it,
And Esau put those smooth words out. They told Jake that Thanksgiving is about giving and caring. No, it goes back into the riches of the slaughter of the Native American Indians.
Yeah.
Them celebrating it. That was Esau's way of celebrating.
Yeah.
Laughter and all that.
And it just shows you why, it says what it says in well, I got it here. Hold on. Psalms 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. And that's exactly what they've been doing, man. They have, they painted our Lord to in the Renaissance period right there to look like that when he actually looks like, a so-called black man, So, that's how he does. He deceives. He's a deceiver.
Very important.
The Bible says that he's the most subtle beast of the all the beasts in the field.
Yeah.
And here you got a picture of a man who was a sodomite, raped his own sister. You know, he murdered. You know, and they glorify this man. This,
and
you know,
all you gotta do is read the Bible. What did Paul say? Paul said he is in 1 Corinthians 1:1.
Okay, 1 Corinthians 1:1. Paul, called to be an apostle of Yahushua Hamashiach through the will of God.
All right, he was called to be an apostle of Yahushua Hamashiach. All right.
And Sosthenes, our brother.
There's another one I wanted. Whole point, he was called to be an apostle, you know, to bring the churches back in order. And when you read 1 Corinthians 11, I think 14th verse. Romans 9:1, that's it. Get that. Romans 9:1. And I get the Corinthians.
Romans 9:1?
Yeah.
Romans 9:1. I say thee in Hamashiach, I lie not, my conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Ghost.
Read that again.
Romans 9:1. I say the truth in Hamashiach, I lie not.
So Paul said, I say the truth in the Hamashiach, I lie not. So Paul's writings was Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And this image is obviously going off because this is 1 Corinthians 11:14. Doth not nature itself teach you that if a man have long hair, it is a shame unto him? But if a woman have long hair, it is a glory to her, for her hair is given her for a covering. So obviously the Lord didn't have long hair. Why would Yahweh Shah have long hair? You know? Alright, so there you go. Alright. How many minutes we been on?
105.
All right, you got any more precepts before we close out?
No, I'm good. I don't have anything right now.
Are you sure?
I was looking for that scripture to describe Yahweh Shah.
Revelation 1st chapter 16. You can start at 15.
Okay. Revelations 1, 15 and 16. Man, kind. And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. And he had in his right hand 7 stars, and out of his mouth went a sharp 2-edged sword. And his countenance was as the sun shineth in his strength.
Read up. Start at 14.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Start at 13. Man.
Yeah, hold on. Okay, I got you. Hold on. Revelations.
Can you see it in the camera? Do I need to step back some?
No, I can see it.
All right, go ahead.
Revelations 1, starting at verse 12. And I turned to see the voice, and he spake with me. And being turned, I saw 7 golden candlesticks.
All right, 7 golden candlesticks. You know, the menorah. So this John Revelator describing in a vision how he saw Yahweh shine. All right, go ahead.
And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot.
All right, so these people like to laugh and scoff. Oh, you wearing a dress, you look like a Power Ranger, you wearing a cape, you wearing a shower curtain, freaking, what else they say, a skirt.
Mm-hmm.
It's a garment. We come into our ancient apparel.
Yeah.
As to say, Yahweh Shai wore our garment down to the foot.
Yeah.
All right.
Garment down to the foot, and girt with the paps with a golden girdle.
That's the belt. And then it say something about barrel or a green garment, something like that.
The girt about the paps.
You read the
with
verse
a
again.
golden. Okay. Garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
All right. The head, you see, his head and his hairs white like wool, woolly hair texture and color.
As white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
So he had red eyes because he drank a lot of wine. All right.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
And you look at brass is gold or brown. Either gold or brown.
Yeah.
So you burn brass, it's gonna get black.
Yeah. But see, Esau, he turned it and you know, made it to where they say black, which it's nobody that's black, man.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? But that was a way to undermine our people. And you know, when you think about the word black, it gives a negative vibe, you know. And you know, even before that word black came along, our people were known as swarthy. Is that, I'm pronouncing it right? Swarthy. You know, even as far back as them times with Benjamin Franklin in the Revolution or what have you, he was he called our people swarthy. So you know, this word black evolved, you know. So you know, it was just another negativity, a little slander to our people, you know.
And you had Solomon say he's black and calmly, but he was going into being dark skinned.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, not using it as a race of people.
Yeah.
Which is black is a color.
Yeah. I mean, you know.
So like Yahweh Shai, his feet was like brass as if it was burned. You take anything and burn it, it's going to get dark.
Yeah.
So he's saying that he's a very dark-skinned so-called black man or Negro, you know, very dark-skinned complexion. You look at dark-skinned black guys, you know, I'm dark-skinned.
Yeah.
You got Kevin Hart,
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson, Bernie Mac, you know, the Lord will be of that color hue.
Yeah. But the thing about it, you know, the color black, if you're that dark, you'll be dead. You know what I'm saying? And there's nobody on the face of this earth that is pitch black. You know, there's some men, are, you know, or some people are darker than others.
Different shades of brown.
Exactly. So, you know, but like I say, that's something to slander our people, you know.
Yeah, but you know, this is the biblical description. Not saying this is Yahweh Shai, because that would be idolatry. This is his description. All right, depiction.
That's why I say according to the Bible.
Yeah. So, no, we're gonna close out. You got any more precepts?
I can read Daniel 10 and 5 and 6.
Go ahead.
Okay. Wow. Spirit, I turned right to it. And further back up, Revelations 1, 13 and 15. 5 and 6. Then I lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold of Upas.
So this is Daniel seeing the same vision. All right, the golden belt. Go ahead.
Verse 6. His body also was like the beryl.
That's what I was talking about. The beryl. The beryl is going into the gemstone, you know, which is green. So this is going to the color of his garment. Beryl. It's kind of similar to emerald.
Okay. And his face as the appearance of lightning.
He had a strong glow to his face. Especially, you know, being dark skinned. You see dark skin, you know, go out in the sun, skin glowing. It make you glow even more.
Yeah, you so right. You so right.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And his face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire.
Red eyes. He drank a lot of wine.
And his arms and his feet like in color to polished brass, and the voice of his words like the voice of a multitude.
He had a deep voice. He had a loud voice.
Yeah.
So that's the characteristics of Judah, you know. Also, it said his arms are like brass. So John the Revelator said his feet like burning brass. Daniel said his arms is like brass. You know, so your feet is the same color as your body.
Exactly.
So your arms the same color as your feet. That means the rest of your body the same color. So the Lord was a dark-skinned, melanated man of the tribe of Judah, which is the Negroes. The Lord is a so-called black man. You know, the tribe of Judah are the so-called black people, the Negroes. The Lord is the King of Kings of the Negroes. You know. So the Lord, this what is it called? He is described how he looked in the Bible. When you read Genesis 49th chapter, it goes into how he had milky white teeth. You see Jacob what? You see the black man with milky white teeth. You know, they'll make fun of us. The dark skins, they'll be like, you know, you see Judah smile, he'll be dark, all you see is his teeth. Or down the hallway, he'll be dark, and you'll smile, you see his teeth. That's a characteristic
That's
the Lord got.
right there.
You know?
The Lord.
You see Judah, a lot of us are real loud, you know. a lot of us are. I'm not a loud person, but you know, that's the characteristics of what? Judah. Being loud.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when we drink, our eyes get bloodshot red. The Lord drank a lot of wine, his eyes get bloodshot red.
Yeah.
You know? So, you know, the Lord is a so-called black man. He didn't look like this. This is why a lot of our people are, you know, freaking whatever, brainwashed. This is why people worship this man, because of this image. Especially Northern Kingdom, you know, Judah on down.
Why the scriptures say you err not knowing the scriptures.
You err not knowing the scriptures. No, Judah the most looked down upon.
Mm-hmm.
Whole time the Lord is a Judite. All right. So, any more scriptures? Forever hold your peace.
I'm good.
With that, we're going to close out, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Kakwadash. Giving all praises, honor, glory unto Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. You know, the brother Taji Argabar from Prophets in Babylon, Waco, Texas. Under the branch of the Prophets in Babylon, Tampa Bay, Florida camp. This the brother right here.
Atiyat Napash.
All right, and you know, peace, salutation though for elect. We gonna say shalom.
Shalom.
You know, a Bible ball soon. Shalom. Let's go.
Shalom.